Hey folks, welcome to the practice. My name is Asami. I use she, her pronouns. This is a 50 minutes of slow flow. So our body is very unique. And below our ribs and above our pelvis, this is one of the vulnerable part of our spine. In this part of the body, I call it as noodly part. Often when we're practicing backbend focused practice, it becomes crunchy. So physically today, we're gonna be focusing on engaging our core, our center of the body, to protect this noodly part of our spine. The theme of our practice today is devotion. Oftentimes, when we start practicing, when we have the self-care routine that we feel like we gotta do something, right? Like today I wake up, I gotta do X, Y, Z. And oftentimes we loses the joy of the practice. So today, as we engage the core and look within, how can we enhance the quality of devotion? And as we open our chest, we invoke the feeling of joy so that we can come back on our practice on our mat again and again without feeling it's a chore or it's a work that we have to do. For props, today we'll be using 2 blocks and either resistance band or strap. We'll start from lying down on our back, so go ahead. You can extend the legs towards the back of the mat and bring the arms by the side. Or you can bend your knees, open your feet mat width distance, and knock your knees together. If it feels comfortable for you, let the eyes closed. Exhale through the mouth a few times. Settle into your practice. Allow the body to become heavy towards the ground. Soften the back of the head, back of the shoulders, your hips, and your feet. Notice how the body is feeling today. Gently bring your awareness to your breath. Notice your inhale and exhale. And before we begin our postural practice, ask yourself, what does devotion means to you? How can you devote your time, space, and effort to your practice right now? And remembering that as you practice, you're not only practicing for yourself, your practice can translate for a greater good for the world itself. So stepping on your mat or on your cushion to practice, it's not a selfish act. Actually, it's a selfless act, devotional act to practice. Deep inhale through the nose, fill up the lungs. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Now, if the legs are straight, slowly bend your knees, place your feet down onto the mat. And if your knees are together, bring your feet hip width distance, and then bring your knees hip width distance as well. Place your hands at the front of the hips, in front of your hip bones, and with your inhale, arch your spine and create space between the low back and the floor. Exhale, push your lower back down to the floor. We'll do this a few times. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, push lower back down. One more time. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, push your lower back down. And inhale, come back to neutral spine, where you feel an adequate space between the lower back and the floor. And gently bring your knees together towards your chest. Pull the knees in. You may notice that the curvature of the lower back eliminates. And now exhale, lift your chin, lift your head off the ground and look towards your heart. And hold here. Push the lower back down, pull the navel in towards your spine. Now hold on to the right knee, extend the left leg forward, and hover your left leg and point your toes. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly switch your leg. Inhale here. Exhale, switch. Continue, inhale. Exhale, switch. Inhale here. Exhale, switch. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Now bring both knees together. Inhale. Exhale, feet down, and relax. Notice how you feel in your core. Instead of, contracting the six-pack muscle, we're using the deepest layer of our core muscle to engage. Now from here, once again, bring your feet hip-width distance apart and then pull your knees in. Inhale here. Exhale, lift your head, gaze to the navel. Now stretch your arms towards the back of the mat, towards your feet, and then slowly extend the legs. Squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your legs. Inhale here. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, extend. Push your lower back down. Exhale, hug in. Continue 3 more times. In and out. 2 and out. Last one. Inhale, I'm shaking, and exhale, whew. And place your feet down, arms by the side, relax. Now bring your arms into T position, and then bring your shins parallel to the mat, so your knees are 90-degree angle. And I want you to keep your shoulders down onto the mat, and then with your exhale, bring your knees to the right, halfway to the mat. But notice the left shoulder is gonna lift up. Can you keep your left shoulder down? And inhale, come back up. Exhale, squeeze your knees, bring your knees to the left, halfway to the mat. Continue to press your right shoulder and shoulder blade down. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the left. One more time, you all. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale to the left. Come back to the center. Inhale. Exhale, feet down. Relax. I find core is very devotional because it's challenging, but we gotta do it. Inhale here. Exhale, roll your body over to your right or left. And come to tabletop position. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders and bring your knees underneath your hips. Spread your fingers evenly down and point your toes back. Let's do cat-cow. Inhale, tip the pelvis, open your belly, open your heart, and gaze up. Exhale, scoop your tailbone, round the spine, and look within. Continue a few more times. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. and exhale. Now come back to neutral spine, inhale. And then from here, push the right rib to the right. And then soften the belly to the floor. And then push the ribs to the left. Tuck your pelvis, and then you start to make circle with the ribs. So that noodly part of the spine that we have below our ribs, above our hip bones, even though we want to stabilize it, we want to continue to find flexibility and movement. And let's reverse the motion. Come back to the center with the inhale. Move your hands slightly forward. Tuck the toes. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. And bend your legs one at a time. Stretch through the back of the legs. Noticing the openness in the calves, hamstring, back of the hips. And when you had enough, come back to stillness in your downward facing dog. Now with your inhale, come forward almost like plank pose, but not really. So come forward halfway to the plank pose. And notice the angle of your form to the floor increases. And tuck your chin, round the spine, and puff up through the waistline. Notice that gives you connection to the core. Without losing that, soften the heart. And then send your hips back and up. Come back into your downward facing dog. Notice that gives you more stability and sense of containment in your spine. Inhale, come forward into your plank pose, top of the push-up. Again, if you're lowering your hips and collapsing through the waistline, can you lift your hips up, lift your waistline, then extend through the front and back of the spine. Deep inhale. Exhale, knees down, lower yourself all the way to the floor. Now bring your hands in a tented shape at your fingertips and lift your elbows up. Open your feet mat-width distance apart. With your inhale, push into the tops of the feet and fingers and come up just halfway. I could definitely stay here, but we're gonna still stabilize a noodly part of our spine. Now gaze within and fill up through the waistline as a symbol of devotion. Devoting to our practice, devoting to our energy, so that we can, as we open the heart, we can be of service to others. So we're serving others, helping others by filling up ourselves, now from empty cup. And slowly come back down. Slide your hands underneath the shoulders. We'll do the same thing. Yeah, push into your fingers, come up halfway. Exhale, gaze within, fill up through the waistline. Glide your shoulder blades down the back and open the heart, gaze up. And exhale, come back down. Now slide your hands underneath the shoulders with flat palm. Inhale, come up halfway. Look within. Glide your shoulder blades down, open the heart, gaze up. Exhale, come back down through the knees, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Lift the right leg back and up, inhale. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Bring the left knee down onto the floor, and then place your right hand on top of your right thigh. Now ground your feet, and then squeeze your feet towards one another. Now look within, once again, filling up through the lower back, and then from here, without losing that, glide your left rib cage, turn to the right, and open your chest to the right. Reach your right arm up to the sky, open the heart, breath in. Exhale, look down, hands down, frame the right foot. Gaze ahead, breath in. Exhale, shift back, downward dog. Other side. Inhale, reach the left leg back and up. Exhale, step it through. Right knee down onto the floor. Left hand onto your left thigh. Squeeze the legs, breath in. Exhale, twist your body to the left. Reach your left arm up, inhale. Exhale, hands down onto the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. We'll do that same thing. Inhale, right leg back and up. Exhale, step the right foot through, left knee down. Repetition is devotional. Squeeze the legs, inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Reach the right arm up, inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Step back, downward dog. Left leg back and up, inhale. Exhale, step it through. Right knee down, left hand, left thigh, squeeze the legs, breath in. Exhale, twist to the left. Reach the left arm up, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back, downward dog. Let's flow. Inhale, plank pose, top of the push-up. Knees down, lower all the way. Inhale, come up just halfway. Exhale, gaze within. Open the heart, inhale. Exhale, down to the floor, push back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg back and up. Exhale, step the right foot through. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, pause here for a moment. And bring your arms parallel to the floor. Turn your palm face up. And round the spine, push your fingers forward. Deep breath in. With your exhale, glide your right elbow back. Open your chest to the right and reach your right arm back. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, stretch your arms forward, breath in. Exhale, pull your right elbow back and open. Last one. Inhale, stretch your arms forward. Exhale, draw your right elbow back and open. Inhale, stretch your arms forward and reach up. Exhale, hands down. Twist to the right, right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, downward dog. Other side. Inhale, left leg back and up. Exhale, step it through. High lunge, arms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, bring your arms parallel, palm facing forward. Inhale, stretch your fingertips forward. Exhale, pull your elbows back. Left elbow back and open. Twice more. Inhale, stretch your arms forward. Exhale, pull your left elbow back and open the chest. Last one. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, back. Come back to the center, arms to the sky, reach up. Exhale, hands down. Twist to the left, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank pose. Lower down, exhale. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, gazing in. Inhale, curl your chest and open. Exhale, shift back, downward facing. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend your knees, step forward towards the front of the mat. You can jump if you want. Inhale, lift your body halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up all the way to the sky, reach up, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands together at the heart. I'm gonna face you so that you can see me. Bring your feet hip-width distance apart. And with your inhale, sweep the arms side and up. Hold on to your right wrist. Exhale, pull your body over to the left. And notice if the top of the thighs are moving back. That will create curvature in the lower back. That's okay, but I want you to keep the front ribs in and continue to bend your body over to the left. Push your hip to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arms by the side. Opposite side. Inhale, arms up. Hold on to your left wrist. Exhale, bend your body over to the right. Thighs back, front ribs in, and then bend your body over to the right. Feel the side body stretching. And inhale, slowly come on back up. Exhale, arms by the side. All right, so next, you're gonna open your feet a lot wider than the hip width, and then keep your knees soft and bend. Inhale, stretch your arms side and up. Exhale, bring your right arm under, and then hold on to your shoulders, or hold on to your shoulder blades. And then soften through the knees and bend your body over to the right. Now, point your elbows down to the floor. Now, turn your body to the left. So you're basically making a circle with your torso. Mobilizing the spine. Again, we want to create stability in the noodly part of our spine, but also creating that flexibility. And then slowly come back to the center. Inhale, arms to the sky. Opposite side. Exhale, bring your left arm under. Hold on to your shoulders. And then tip your body over to the left. And then point your elbow down. Roll your body. This is one of my favorite stretch to do in the morning. Or if I'm sitting at the desk for a long time, our spine gets stuck. And slowly come back to the center. Bring your arms by the side. And come to the top of the mat if you've moved. Open your feet, hip width distance apart. Bring your arms by your side. Tadasana, which is mountain pose. Take a moment, close your eyes. Notice if you shifted your awareness to something in a past or the future, and if your devotion shifted, right? Like if you're thinking about the future or the past, you're not really devoting your effort to be in this moment to take care of yourself. So can you come back to that? Ground your feet. Inhale, sweep the arms side and up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from the hips to bow. Inhale, lift your body halfway. Exhale, hands down, shift back, plank. Lower down, exhale. Inhale, cobra. Continue to fill up through the waistline. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Notice if you're dumping through your ribs, can you keep the front ribs in, waistline full, send your pubic bone back. Without losing that, inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend your knees, look ahead and jump or step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Rise up all the way, inhale. Hands to the heart, Samastihiti, standing. Again, inhale, reach the arms side and up, Surya Namaskar, a sun salutation. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Bhujangasana, cobra, or maybe if you know, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more breath together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze ahead, jump or step. Lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Rise up all the way, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Last one together. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Step, jump, back. High to low push-up. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, gaze ahead, bend the knees, jump or step. Lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Rise all the way, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pause here for a moment. Stay with your body, stay with your breath. Staying with the collective intention of bhakti. Let's continue to work. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands down, shift back, downward facing dog. If you want to throw a vinyasa, you're more than welcome to do. I'm gonna stay in down dog. Now with your inhale, lift your right leg back and up. Exhale, step your right foot through in between your hands. Pivot your left toes to the left and encircle your arms forward and back into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 position. So we can definitely stay here, but let's work on that feeling of devotion again. Bring your hands onto your hips. Now look within and round your upper back. Notice that fills up your lower back. Without losing that, bring your shoulder to your ear, side body long. Exhale, bring your shoulder head back and squeeze your shoulder blades. So your core is engaged, and now from there, bring your arms parallel to the floor. See how that feel in your Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. You might feel steady, open, and spacious. Inhale, reverse, reach the right arm back. Exhale, bring your right elbow onto your right thigh. Take your left arm up and over your head, Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. You can stay here or bring your right hand outside of your right foot. Stretch your left fingertips forward. Deep inhale. Exhale, look down, hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg back and up. Exhale, step the left foot through. Pivot your right toes to the right. Circle your right arm forward and up. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 position. Let's do the same thing again. Bring your hands onto your hips and look to your belly button, look within. Notice that gives you a power in your core. Now from here, shoulder to your ears, head of the arm bones back, open the chest, glide your shoulder blades down the back, and then open your arms. Steady, strong, Warrior 2. We can just stay in Warrior 2, but just applying alignment, applying our intention can change how we feel in our body. Reverse, inhale, reach the left arm back. Exhale, bring your left elbow, left thigh. Glide your right arm up and over the head. Turn your chest. Stay here, or bring your left hand outside of the left foot and stretch. From the core of the pelvis, center of the pelvis, make your legs longer. Turn your chest up and make your arms long. Full deep breath in. Exhale, look down, hands down, shift back, downward facing dog. Whew. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. When I'm flowing, I'm bringing my knees down to modify or using the variation, but you can just do a straight up full push-up and that's fine as well. Alrighty, bring your right hand, one hand to the right, and then one hand to the left, and then step the right foot outside of your right palm. Big step. And then bring the left knee down onto the mat, and then stretch your heart forward. So we visited this alignment before. Place your right hand onto your right thigh. Squeeze your legs towards one another. Then twist and open your chest to the right. And then reach your right arm up to the sky. And then you can definitely stay here or bend the left knee and then catch your left foot with your right hand and pull the left heel in. And if you feel like, well, I can't catch my foot, then there's the strap or a band. You can hook the band, whoop, 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 and then pull the heel in like so, yeah? I happen to be able to grab my foot, so I'm not gonna use that. And some of you, if your thigh is kind of coming closer to your body, closer to the floor, squeeze your hips and lift your thigh away from the ground. From there, lower your thigh. See if that changes the sensation. Glide your right shoulder blade down the back and open the chest. Deep breath in. Exhale, look down, hands down. Shift back, downward dog. Whew, that was a good stretch. All right, let's work on the other side. Bring your left hand, one hand to the right. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, step the left foot, outer left palm. Then bring the right knee down onto the mat. I forgot to say, but you can definitely use the blocks as well, right here. If the floor feels too far away from you, you can place the hands onto the two blocks so that you're raising the floor closer to you. Same thing. Bring your left hand onto your left thigh, squeeze your legs towards one another, breath in. Exhale, twist your body over to the left and stretch your left arm up towards the sky. Stay here, or if you did it for the other side without a strap or without the band, you can bend the right knee with or without and then pull the heel in. If you're just sinking the hips down, squeeze the legs and pull the hips in. Keep the waistline full and open your chest. Glide your left shoulder blade down. Take your throat back and open the chest. Breathe here. And look down, hands down to the floor. Shift back, downward facing dog. All right, bring your knees down onto the mat. Okay, we're gonna use the two blocks now. So bring your two blocks in a medium height, shoulder width distance apart. So I'm just gonna explain, this is not pigeon. I'm just explaining so that if you went to pigeon, you come back and look at the screen, okay? So you take your hands onto your two blocks and shift back into your downward facing dog. And then from here, bring your right knee inside of the block on the right side, yeah? And then my toes are pointing back. And then if you want, you can take your block in the highest height. And now that gives you the vertical spine and also the chest, lift in the chest. My back toe is tucked under to create that squeeginess in my legs. And then from here, Same thing, look within.
Notice the filling up of the waistline, devoting your time and effort to take care of yourself. Without losing that, curl your chest up. Bring your hands onto your hips. If you lost your balance, take your hands back onto the 2 blocks. Now from here, bring your arms side and up, reach up and lift your fingers, open the heart. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands down. Put your blocks back in a second height and shift back, downward facing dog. And then step the left knee inside of the block. So what often happens is that we don't engage the legs enough, and then we don't give ourselves the protection into our lower ribs. We kind of sink into it. See how much I'm kind of like being lazy, right? So as I tuck my toes under, squeeze the legs and look within. See how much lift that I get in my pelvis? And then now you can take your blocks in the tallest height. Now, curl your chest, lift the heart. I'm not sinking, I'm lifting. Hands to the hips, curl your chest, reach your arms side and up, lift the heart up. Hold here. Lift the heart, breath in. Exhale, hands down. Whew. Shift back, downward facing dog. Bring the knees down onto the mat. Take a moment. Notice how you feel. Devotion takes commitment, right? Like whenever you don't want to do it, you gotta do it. You gotta show up to your practice. And then especially when you're doing something like back bend, you want to be able to protect your spine and open your chest gracefully. And if you're just being lazy and sinking in and not putting in effort, you might notice the crunchiness in the lower back. So that's why alignment is devotional. That's why you taking care of yourself is creating that ripple effect to take care of other people. All right, so now we're gonna come into pigeon pose with the same idea, okay? So hands onto your 2 blocks, medium height. Tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back. Now bring your right knee behind the right block. And then my shin is in an angle. So I'm gonna point my toes and clip the toenails. Tuck the back toes so that you have that power, intention, and commitment. And then from here, gaze within, exhale. Fill up through the waistline. Take the hands onto the block tallest height, curl your chest. And lift the heart up. Maybe you bring your arms side and up and reach up. And then some of you, if you wish to, continue to strengthening your legs. Place your right hand onto your right thigh, look back, bend the left knee, catch the left foot, and pull the heel in. See how much lift that I'm gaining? And my chest is not turning to the left, my chest is turning to the right. Whoop! See, this is when I lose the balance, when I'm not engaging, when I'm not committed, not devoted to my alignment and the practice. So stay here for 3, 2, 1, and down. Whee, go back, downward dog. Whew. Let's do it on the other side. Bring the left knee behind the left wrist. Shin in an angle and push the toes down. Back toes tucked under. Inhale here. Exhale, gaze in, look to your belly. Bring your hands on the tallest height of the block. Curl your chest up, bring your spine back to vertical. Is there a crunchiness in your lower back? Lift the heart, breathe in, breathe out. Maybe you stay here, work on the curl of the chest, or maybe you bend your right knee, catch the right foot, pull the heel in. And maybe you reach your left arm up. Squeeze your leg legs, fill up through the low back. Continue to work on that for 3, 2, 1. Hands down, shift the blocks to the side. Downward dog. And slowly bring your knees down onto the mat. And you can shift your blocks to the side. Move your feet to one side, bring your buttock down, and extend your legs forward. After doing a bunch of back bend like that, it's nice to do a twist. So if you're tucking your pelvis under and then if you're rounding the spine, please have a block or blanket underneath the buttocks to raise your hips so that you can tip the pelvis forward. Now bend your right knee and then cross your right leg over to the left leg. Bring your right hand behind you, flex your left ankle, reach the left arm up. Exhale, bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee and gently twist. And here, instead of just twisting, all the thing that we're doing, look in and twist. Open your chest to the right. See if this feels different to you. And slowly come back to the center. Straighten the right leg, bend the left knee. Cross the left leg over to the right, left hand behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, hook your right elbow to the outside. Look inward, devoting yourself to your self-care. Exhale, twist your body. But if you're just practicing self-care and not taking care of other people, we need the balance, right? We can really devote to ourselves, or we can do the opposite. We can just devote to serving others and not taking care of ourselves. So we need the balance between the two. We can look inward and fill up the waistline without opening the chest. But when we do the both simultaneously, the pose become more powerful, steady, and meaningful. Inhale, slowly come back to the center. Uncross your legs. And then bring your soles of your feet together. And again, if you're tucking your pelvis under, please lift your lower back or sit onto a block or cushions. Press into your feet. Inhale to lengthening the spine. And keep your spine upright. Tip your pelvis forward, forward fold. Maybe you can push your elbows down onto the thighs. Breathing here. Lengthening through the back of the neck. And slowly lift yourself all the way back up. Close your knees, hands outside of the legs, and then straighten the legs. For the next pose, you can use the resistance band. You don't need to, I will. Now bring your hands next to your hips, lengthening the spine. And instead of just arching the lower back, gaze into your navel. And then from that space, lengthening the spine. Inhale here. Some of you can hold on to your feet, ankle or your calf, or you can have the resistance band or strap. I like this because I have the point of contact to push and then push the top of the thighs down. And continue to tip your torso forward, lengthening through the front and back of the spine to bow. Let's do 2 more breaths here. And inhale, slowly come on up. Bend your knees, and let's lie down on our back. Open your feet wider than your hip width and knock your knees together and allow the sacrum, low back to settle. And open your arms in line with your shoulders. And then move your knees side to side, knees to the right, knees to the left. And slowly bring your knees back up. Shift your hips to the left, bring your knees to the right. If there's a space between your knees, you can insert a block in between the thighs. If you feel comfortable, let the eyes closed. And with the inhale, slowly bring your knees back up. Shift your hips to the right, knees to the left. Eyes soften. And slowly bring your knees back up. Pull your knees into your chest. And straighten the legs, arms beside your body. Shavasana, final resting pose for a few minutes. Exhale through the mouth a few times. Let yourself arrive to this space of relaxation. Notice how you feel to devote your time, effort to practice, to connect to the practice, connect to the body, mind, soul, and spirit. I'll be silent for the next few moments, so let your body completely be still and relax.
If you wish to, you can continue to lie down on your back and rest. If you'd like to close your practice in seated, deepen your breath. Move your toes and fingers to wake up your body. Inhale, stretch your arms over your head and point your toes. And bend your knees one at a time. Place your feet down and roll over to your right or left. Press into your top hand, slowly come up, and come into comfortable seated position. Join your palms together at your heart center. Point your elbows outwards. Notice how you feel after you devoted your time, effort, and space to practice. How can we cultivate this feeling of bhakti every day, even 2 minutes a day, even 5 minutes a day? And using this feeling to become the service to others so that we can create a better world. We close our practice with one Om. If you wish, please join. Exhale deeply. Inhale fully. Thank you for being here, taking the time to practice today. Namaste, I bow to you.